Welcome to an all-new Nerdflix and Chill. This is kind of a bonus edition this week, but I'm Brad Reed. Cameo's there with me.
I'm your Cameo.
Yes, making his cameo on our show. Also making a cameo, joining us today is John Cena.
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah. Did you hear that with the WWE game that's coming out, that they have released a invisible version of John Cena? All you can see is his jorts.
Get out.
That's pretty funny, right? I think that's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
People don't know he sits in with us every show. We just don't.
Yeah,
we're rude and we don't thank him every show. So
right.
Yeah,
and he doesn't like to talk that much.
Yeah,
he likes to save his voice for the big screen and the ring. So.
Well, yeah, because like when he's in the squared circle going one-on-one with Austin Theory on the mic, he's got to save his voice. He can't be wasting it on the Nerds to Men podcast. But he's really cool to just come hang out with us.
Right. And we do have to tell him not to wear his tighty whities.
His toity whities. Well, we're not here to discuss John Cena today. We're actually here because
Oh, we're not?
No, we're not. We're trying we're trying to effort getting some shows out a little quicker topical wise. So
right.
Yesterday, episode 3 of The Mandalorian dropped. And I said it's a bonus episode because we just wrapped up Last of Us this week for the show. And now we're going to get caught up basically on Mandalorian episodes 2 and 3 from season 3. So let's jump into it, Cameo. Spoilers. Also make sure you like and subscribe and all of that so you can get notified when all these new shows drop. Yeah, we love the comments. But Mandalorian episode 2 found Din Djarin and Grogu basically making their way to Mandalore to bathe in the living waters. Not Grogu, just Din. But they run into, they've said that they didn't believe that the planet was all ruined and everything cursed, I think is the word. And so when they got there, they kind of ran into a few like troll looking kind of people. And then they got down to where like everything had collapsed. So like it's a lost civilization there.
Basically due to the purge, they call it.
Yeah. There was one big like robot looking kind of like bug looking thing, like huge, right? And it grabbed up Din Djarin. I hate saying I've been saying Mandalorian, and I feel like I should call him by his name. It's season 3 now, right?
It's Mando. Don't worry about it.
Pedro.
Pedro.
He's bigger than the show now. Like he's huge now. But
yeah.
So he gets scooped up, and then it was kind of like our guy here, Krang. It was like a robot within a robot type thing, and then it was like some kind of living organism, but it was really small compared to the big machine that was going around scooping everybody up. My question is though, like, why would that even exist anymore if there's nobody there other than a few trolls?
I have no idea. That was very puzzling to me. It was like it was a scavenger,
right?
And I guess for whatever reason, I don't know if those troll-looking things have gone down that far into the Mandalore city. I just don't understand why that was there. And
yeah, kind of. I don't either, really, because like, okay. Maybe people are showing up randomly from like other places that don't know, that there's really nothing left anymore here. And so maybe it's catching those people or whatever, but.
Yeah. And man, that needle and its tube was huge.
Yeah.
Like it was like draining his whole like body.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, dang.
Yeah. And so he gets stuck, and baby Grogu has to save the day, basically. He has to go get Bo-Katan and come back. And Bo-Katan comes and they save him, but when he gets into the water, he doesn't realize how deep it is now. Apparently, it wasn't that deep before all the earthquakes and stuff shifted some stuff around. So he goes way down under the water. Bo-Katan has to save him. And that was kind of like the cliffhanger type thing from the week before. And then now we're on episode 3, where episode 3 starts, Cameo, and she's pulling him up out of the water. They see like a huge monster down under the water. That wasn't the thing we saw attack them on that other planet, though, right? Like the alligator turtle.
I think it's called the Mythosaur. It's like their mascot. Their, I don't know what you call it. Their state animal.
And I was curious because she asks Mando. She asks him if he saw anything down there, because she must have saw it. And he says no, and she doesn't like explain. So I don't know. For me, I wasn't sure what that was supposed to be, but I thought maybe it'll come into play later on somehow. But they'd have to go back to the planet.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's going to happen coming up in the next episodes, I guess. I feel like she is now a believer. I guess if you want to jump into episode 3, I feel like she is now a believer of, what she called the extremists, the Mandalorian extremists.
Yeah. Because they don't ever take off their helmets and stuff. And she's like, nah, I want to sit, if it's Saturday, I want to just chill with my helmet off.
Right.
So I get it. I'm for it. Take all your clothes off, Bo-Katan.
Just leave the helmet on.
Ooh. So we got a new character introduced in the second episode real quick. And I don't have my phone with me to verify what the name of this character is, but it's either R4D5 or R5D5. Or it's R4D4. I don't remember.
Hey, I can't remember. I think it's called an R5.
R5D5?
Probably.
That's it then. Which makes me wonder, okay, so R2D2, right? Like R2D2 is just a computer program inserted in a metal bucket, right? Is R5D5 like the same program basically that's maybe been upgraded a few times, or in fact, you might say downgraded because
R5D4.
R5D4. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wonder if like it's the R2D2 program or whatever, but this one has its own little things where it's like, not very brave.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Do you think that it could be like a R2D2, not like a clone, obviously, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A continuation of R2D2's programming or whatever?
Probably.
Because the fact that they gave him the R5D5 and, he does all the whistles and all that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just was wondering if technically it might be the same kind of, not person, but you see what I'm saying. You get what I'm getting at, I think.
Yeah, because I can't remember. I can never remember her name, but the one that's always fixing up his stuff, the one with no eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
Her character, she was like, you were made for this. You are an adventurer. You're supposed to be an adventurer or something. However she said it. So, R2D2, controlled the ships and all that stuff when Luke was, flying around. So I think, I don't know if it's a newer version or an older version. I mean, I don't know how things work in
well, like, you got the PS2 and now you got the PS5. It's the same.
But it seems like the PS2 in this situation
it was better. Was a better operating system.
Yeah, better than the PS5.
Yeah. Well, they probably tried to overdo it, give them too many like personality quirks or whatever. And now look at it. It's just sitting around all scurred. So the thing about the episode 3, though, I want to get your thoughts on this. So yeah, they she saves him out of the water. Then they start getting attacked by TIE fighters and stuff, which turns into a really cool battle, I thought.
Yeah.
As Din Djarin go to Bo-Katan's home, they've blown it up. He has to get his ship, and then it's 2-on-5. Then they find out, oh no, it's like 2-on-20 or 30 of them. So they disappeared, and they go into like hyperspeed or whatever. They do their jump and they can't be found. So right after that, we start seeing Coruscant. And so you're kind of led to believe for a minute there that they jumped to Coruscant, I thought, anyway. Well, no,
Same here.
The rest of the episode, except for maybe the last 5 minutes, had nothing to do with Mando, Grogu, or Bo-Katan. We got a character that wasn't totally brand new, Dr. Pershing, who was, he was in charge of like the cloning experiments, and that's why he wanted to get baby Grogu. And did we ever determine whether is Grogu officially a clone? We just don't know who he was cloned from, or do we still not know any of that?
We don't know. We don't know.
So we're kind of assuming he wanted to clone Grogu.
Right.
Okay. But let me ask you, Cameo, this 30 minutes or whatever of Dr. Pershing and is it Elia Kane?
I think so, yeah.
Who used to work on Moff Gideon's ship. So like they have both been reclaimed now by the Republic. They're trying to, I guess, rehabilitate these people and make them, because they worked for the Empire before.
Right.
But what did this whole sequence of events remind you of, show wise? Because it
Walking Dead.
Well, it took me right back to Andor feels.
Yeah.
Where it's, it's kind of drab. It's kind of, a lot more of the human people and like less of the Star Wars that we're used to. Although there was one scene where Dr. Pershing, it was really funny. Dr. Pershing so Elia Kane turns on him, right?
Yeah.
And comes because they're going to get the whole show. They're going to go get like his cloning equipment out of a destroyer that the Republic has, which was really cool looking. And because he wants to kind of do it, he wants to resume his clone experiments, but he's going to supposedly use it to help the Republic, but he's not doing it with their permission. So when he gets caught, he comes to find out that Elia Kane had set him up.
Yeah.
And so they have him in this little thing where it looks like a mind flayer, but they, the whatever those are called, that looks like some kind of like crustacean or whatever humanoid. He's telling them like, no, this isn't the same as what the Empire does. We do like a low dose and you'll feel good and you'll feel better and blah, blah, blah. Right.
Right.
Dr. Pershing goes, it's a trap. That cracked me up. Did you catch the reference when he said it?
Yeah.
Because you don't see like so much of that, right? But that was like the character that looked like the character that said it a long time ago was standing right there. So it was an obvious joke, but it was still pretty funny, I thought.
Yeah. I will say that I enjoyed the beginning and the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I know that the middle part of it with Pershing and Elia, whatever her name is, I know that's going to play into what's happening in the next episodes to come.
Yeah.
But I don't like how it was started off like bang, 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 bang. Then,
yeah.
And then, he gets back to the welder. And she says, hey, you are redeemed. Bo-Katan, you are redeemed too. You are part of the clan now. You may leave whenever you want to, but since you haven't taken off your helmet after you bathed in the living waters, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good until, you don't want to be.
So I have two things I want to say about that, but real quick, I just want to say I do think that the Dr. Pershing and Elia Kane is basically that's going to lead up to Moff Gideon coming back, because they made a reference to where he had escaped or something on his way to the tribunals. So I had a couple thoughts as it transitioned back to Mando that I'd like to share with you real quick. First of all, how much do we know that Pedro Pascal is actually in every scene where he has the helmet on?
We don't know.
Because that could technically just be a stand-in. Like Pedro could just be doing the voice.
Yeah, until he takes off his helmet.
Right. But like there's several episodes where he doesn't. So it's like he might not even have to be. Maybe that's how he's in everything right now. Secondly,
probably
when they walked, okay, so they come back to that little encampment that we see in the first episode with the alligator turtle, the giant one. So how are they going to walk baby Grogu right back by where an alligator turtle can jump out and just snatch baby Grogu? Like, that was bad parenting. I feel like they ought to take baby Grogu away.
Maybe. I'd take care of baby Grogu.
And then, lastly, did baby Grogu try to make his first words? Did he try to say, this is the way?
And almost. That's what it looked like.
It did sound like that. So, baby Grogu, again, he just has to show up and be adorable. He's got the best acting job in the world.
Right. And I can't remember his name, but it was Mando. He fought him for the black saber.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot remember his.
Is he the one that when he first shows up, like he kind of questions him about everything, and then he's like, we'll see.
Basically.
Yeah. So he was a little.
That one, because he seemed, I mean, obviously you can't see his face under that helmet, but he looked like he was disgusted. His body language showed
he
that
was
disgusted when he came back along with Bo-Katan being part of the clan again.
Right.
So I'm interested to see if there's going to be any treachery going on.
Amongst the Mandalorians.
Right.
Ooh, yeah, you're probably right. There's got to be a little something set up for later. I honestly, just to recap everything, I kind of thought that the whole journey to Mandalore and all that was going to be like a whole season. Like, the whole season long was going to be him trying to be redeemed. But the fact that they got it out of the way early, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
But I don't want to see very many more episodes where it's not about the Mandalorian and Grogu. Like, that's not what I'm here for.
Right.
But if it brings back Moff Gideon, I'm down with that too.
Yeah, hopefully everything, it's been pretty steady throughout the show to where you aren't left like, oh man, this, why?
This is the first time I feel like that's happened.
Yeah. So hopefully they got their storytelling out of the way right now, and everything just goes bang, 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 bang all the way through, which is what I'm hoping, and which is what I'm thinking. There might be another lull point in an episode, but I don't think it'll be the majority of the episode like it was with this one. Yeah,
because the thing with with Dr. Pershing and Kane, it just wasn't that captivating.
Nah, if it was me on this directing this episode, I would be like, hey, Mando gets redeemed. They're fighting the TIE fighters. They get away. Cut over to Elia Kane or Pershing, whoever, and they meet up. Maybe 5-10 minutes of the episode is them, oh, that scared me. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to touch that statue. And then, whatever. She hits on him. He likes her. She betrays him. Bam. That's a good 5-10 minutes of that episode. Then we get back to Mandalorian and him, being told that he's not a liar and redeemed and all this stuff. These are the waters, the living waters, yada, yada, yada. And then we see what happens after that. And then we go into the next episode. But yeah, 30 minutes of an episode of them gaining trust just to be, tricked towards the end of the episode. I didn't need all that.
Yeah, it just wasn't that great. But like I say, if it brings back Moff Gideon, I'm cool with that part of it. They could have probably done that execution-wise a little better.
Yeah.
You're not the director, though, so you have no say. No, but I am the director here. So I say, that's a wrap, Cameo.
That's a wrap. All right.
That's a wrap on Nerdflix and Chill. As far as what the rest of the season's going to bring us, I don't really know. Because like I said, I kind of thought like this whole redemption arc was going to be like the main arc. So I'm kind of cool with that, though, not knowing,
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we get a Grogu Mandalorian armor.
Yes, Grogu definitely needs his own armor.
Yes.
That would
he already has a little chest plate thing that he has, or chain link. That's sorry.
When they release the Grogu with the armor, I'm going to buy 10 of them.
Oh my goodness. Dude, you know how much Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilms is going to make?
They've already probably made a ton off of Grogu already, but
no doubt.
But in addition to, yes.
In a Mandalorian outfit?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude, that is money that they are.
How will he get the helmet on his head though? Because he's got them ears. Like,
I don't know. Maybe they'll just go down, or
maybe like his ears will pop out like the holes.
Maybe.
I need to see this. Know. I need to see this prototype today. All right, Cameo. That's Nerdflix and Chill. We'll be back with more Nerds to Men in days. In a few days.
In a couple hours. You never know.
So as
Until
always,
then, you know what you need to do. Keep it nerdy.